We both can't help ourselves and just dance with it.
You can't help but bop to this song, can you? No, you can't. So Money in the Bank took place in St. Louis, Missouri. The pre-show, first of all, the Hype Bros, the returning Hype Bros, Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, took on the Colognes, Primo and Epico. Good to see Ryder back in the ring. It's been 6 months now since his injury, so... Yeah,
happy to see him back.
Liked Mojo getting... what I like about Mojo, like the discredit him all you like, but like he's really good at getting the crowd going, depending on what type of crowds are there.
Depends on the crowd, exactly.
You know, for me, I just don't find him that annoying. I think he's good. Like, you know.
Yeah, I thought
he has potential.
He has potential, and I thought he was going to do something a couple of weeks ago which would have actually helped him, and I think would have endeared him to. It seems to be more a European crowd that don't like him, rather than an American crowd. But we won't get into the intelligence of a European crowd to the American crowd.
Yeah, because we'll get here all day.
Exactly, but he was posting a lot of stuff on Twitter when he was not being chosen by for matches on SmackDown and on pay-per-views,
right?
And I thought maybe that would cause him to turn heel and start going on a rampage and saying like, why isn't he good enough? Mm-hmm. I thought that would have helped. I think it would have helped greatly get him over, but it looks as though and this is me pre-thinking ahead, I said it last week and I still stand by it, that I feel that Zack Ryder's the one who's going to turn heel.
Okay.
We're going to see the Hype Bros break up, and they have a match next week against the Usos. Yeah. And I feel that is the match.
Sure, we'll
I feel that's the time that they're going to break up.
Well, in the meantime, they did work very well as a team against the Colognes. Despite the Colognes going after Ryder's bad knee, Ryder pins Primo after this Hype Ryder double team finisher for the win. Now, the Money in the Bank women's ladder match. No, to be fair, it was an awesome match. Like, there was some awesome spots. I liked some of the spots.
That's a common theme throughout the whole pay-per-view, is good matches, bad finishes.
Yes.
But I, for one, don't agree with that. I feel they were good matches and they were right finishes.
Good matches, right finishes.
Right finishes.
Well, certainly.
The finishes for where they are, because I think the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is a victim of its timing.
In terms of how it's looked on, of WWE's idea of looking on, it does make sense.
Yeah. Like, they are committed to making SummerSlam this year huge. And that's why I said I think Money in the Bank is a victim of its timing, whereas it's so close to SummerSlam. It can't be the type of pay-per-view it was.
Yeah.
And it needs to be just more like a Backlash or a Battleground is a setting up.
It definitely makes it interesting.
So it continues the stories that we want to see.
It certainly builds anticipation for SummerSlam. By the way, we have to make a shout out for Low Blow's party coming up in for SummerSlam. We'll get over that. We'll talk about that more in the next few weeks. As in the match for itself, it looked like Becky was going to grab the contract until Ellsworth pulled the ladder from Becky for Becky to follow off it, and then when Ellsworth tried to revive Carmella, Ellsworth climbed the ladder and grabbed a suitcase before dropping the case to Carmella. Despite confusion and debate from the officials, the decision stood for Carmella to win the match. Post-match, Daniel Bryan tweeted about the situation addressed that will be addressed on SmackDown. Shane also tweeted his approval for the decision. It was incredibly controversial, that's for sure.
Yeah,
like for sure. Now the Usos, Gemini and Jey Uso against the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Big E with Xavier Woods for the tag team titles.
Yep.
Nasty fall from Kofi around the first stages of the match. Like, I think he
going over the ropes.
That's it. Yeah. So, how does Big E not seriously hurt himself from that spear dive? Like, he doesn't.
That was the first time in a long time I've actually seen him do it right.
But he does it in so.
He always either catches his foot or he just goes too far and bangs his head. He got it perfect on Sunday.
But it looks so dangerous. It doesn't take away how dangerous it looks, though.
It does. You're right. But the match in general, I think, was class. I think this and the men's Money in the Bank match, both matches tonight.
I agree with you. No, I knew this match would deliver. This was going to be an excellent match. Usos almost won by attacking Kofi's knee and tried to submit before Big E fought back to give him the belly to Jey on the outsides. Yeah. Big E almost won with the big landing, but Jey just broke up the pin and some trust dive as well. Remember that trust dive where just like whee?
The false finishes in this were brilliant.
It's what a tag team match should be like this, like, you know, especially with the constant teamwork.
And this match just showed how good the New Day can be when they're not being forced to sell merch like stupid ice pops and cereal and stuff like that, when they can go out and wrestle.
It certainly answers any critics who think that they're just advertisers or something like that, or just there to sell stuff. This made them think, oh well, you know what, we're still here to wrestle. And
exactly,
they're as good as any tag team in the world at that, like, you know. So it's glad. The New Day should have won the titles after getting the Midnight Hour on Jimmy, but Jay dragged him out of the ring and he both walked off to get counted out and therefore retained the titles in an otherwise very good match. So again going back to, do you think this again, go back to the whole men's sense finish, this extends it going into
Makes
SummerSlam?
Sense, yeah. Like we talked about it last week, where this feud needs to continue. The only way for it to continue is the New Day to win it, or for the Usos to keep the titles through dastardly ways, and they did. They got counted out. So it was different as well, because normally you see a DQ finish or something like that. True. So you haven't seen a count out like this before.
It's very not before. It's very old school. You don't see it, like you see it a lot like back in the older days, but not really. That's nice. Naomi against Lana, SmackDown Women's Title match. The crowds chanted "We want Rusev" very early in the match, almost as an indication of Lana's lack of wrestling skills, but it didn't look to be the case in my opinion. She managed to move around well. She could be better, but she could be worse in my opinion.
She's like, there's definitely talent there.
Yeah,
but
she definitely has something, but she's
still raw. Still so raw.
Like my good and bad points were she has very good snap suplexes and very good at targeting the limbs, but her strikes could be way better. Her use of strikes could be way better, in my opinion. Yeah, like that's my critical.
A lot better.
That's my constructive criticism to Lana. If
there was one good point. Did you catch this? She goes like you know, like if someone is hurt and you normally hear them saying like "son of a B." Did you hear Lana?
No.
Lana she was going "son of a Russia."
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Her mannerisms weren't bad as well. Like again, like she gets it, but she just could be better.
Yeah,
simple as that.
Yeah, but that will come through experience.
Yeah,
it will.
Considering her experience, she's as good as she's going to get right now.
Yeah,
so give her credit where it's due.
The thing is, I hope she doesn't fall into that Eva Marie mold where Vince is so high on Lana the way he was on Eva Marie. He's looking past the wrestling talent just to get her out there.
But surely he's learned his lesson from that.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
No one. Then again, you never know.
You'd not.
You'd hope.
He's not going to learn his lesson. Are you mad?
When Naomi kicked out of Lana's sit-down spinebuster, Carmella came out with a ref and it looked like she was going to cash in the contract, but didn't. The match continued as Naomi countered Lana's sit-down spinebuster into a roll-up into a butterfly crossface to submit Lana to retain the title.
But how awkward would that have been on SmackDown if she actually won it?
Yeah. See, if anything, considering the controversy,
she should have went for it.
Considering the controversy, it would make more sense.
Yeah, she should have went for it.
There you go. Lana didn't cash in the contract in the end. It was a good showing from Lana, I think. Overall, again,
it's a start. That's what I'll say.
Could be better. Could be better. Could be worse. We'll leave it there. The fashion vice now. Still haven't found what they're looking for. This time, Breeze Dango did like a Miami Vice tribute. Signs this time included the Stickman surrounded with question marks, Dusty Rhodes being a fashion icon, Michael Hayes being wanted, and Aaron Anderson with sunglasses. They received a fax to answer the door, which they got a tape saying to watch me. It was from the men who attacked Tyler last week behind Mystery in the dark with deepened voices, and they challenged him to a match on the night. The Ascension were revealed as the team who attacked them, and in their match Breeze Dango won them, beat them like that. So it's kind of, it was a nice lead up, but the match was like,
just move on.
Yeah. Mike and Maria Kanellis debuted. First of all,
be careful how you say that.
I just think, first of all,
it's like the Cody and Brandy Rhodes thing.
Maria basically said that she's back with the perfect man. Now, I want your opinion on this, and this will probably be a very controversial thing I'm about to say, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. What's your opinion of having a hyphenated name?
What do you mean?
If you have a woman's, if you get married to someone,
if the guy took the woman's name, you mean?
Yes.
I don't care. I'm indifferent to it.
I just don't get it.
I don't know. I'm one of these people that I don't think I'll ever get married.
Fair enough.
I don't want to.
For argument's sake.
But for argument's sake, why don't you just say Bennett Kanellis?
That's what I'm thinking.
Why can't you just have both? I honestly don't get taking someone's name. I don't get that whole thing.
it's breaking tradition. I get how it breaks traditions, fair enough, but I just don't get it. Why a man?
Yeah, we could talk about the real reason why it's like that, but going for story-wise, it's awesome. But story-wise,
in reality, I if it was really the case, I'd feel from. I'd be like, what made you do that?
Honestly, I don't care. It's just the thing is like, all right, you took her name, bit weird. Anyway.
Mia Kanellis is probably a bigger star than Mike Barnett.
Oh, she is. Yeah, for WWE fans.
In that case, fair enough. Same reason.
By the way,
I already hate this. For a while.
I already hate this.
What?
This whole love sappy thing. I hate it.
It's been 2 segments. Give it time.
No, I don't. I will not like it. I hate it. I'm not that type of person. Like, if you ask anyone, I'm not that sort of sappy, lovey person. I hate that stuff.
I'm gonna wait because, like, for all we know, it's only been 2 segments. It's too early to judge. Fair enough, but okay.
No, not a fan. It's not gonna happen.
Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton WWE title match. Before the match, Gert Gagne, Larry Hennig, Baron Von Roski, Sergeant Slaughter, Bob Orton, and Ric Flair were introduced to the crowds. The commentators acknowledged Harley Race's absence due to his injuries as well. Orton came out aggressively from the start, almost RKOing Mahal before he retreated at ringside. Orton then seemed to injure his knee, which he landed awkwardly over the top rope to the floor. Mahal tried to take advantage of Orton's bad knee, especially hitting it against the announce table. Mahal ironically executes the finger four during the match, right in front of Ric Flair.
It was a horrible figure four, by the way.
Could be better, could be worse.
Could be a lot better.
Orton hit the superplex on Mahal during the match, which was Bob Orton's finisher back in the day, believe it or not. Orton hit the RKO on Mahal, but B&B security made Mahal's leg lie on the rope. The ref ordered them to go backstage, but instead of they tried to intimidate Bob Orton at ringside by grabbing his shirts and enraged Orton through B&B security, literally like ragdolls, by backdropping him on the announce tables and guardrails, and then RKO going both of them in the outsides, one through the announce table.
Did you know, like this? I didn't know this. I only found this out during the week.
Right.
Do you know the reason why Bob Orton was fired from WWE? No. He was in a match. He wasn't. Randy Orton was in a match against.
He was
I think it was The Undertaker.
Yeah.
And it was a no holds barred or something, a hardcore sort of match. And Undertaker busted Randy open, and Bob Orton bladed, and he shouldn't have bladed because Bob Orton had hepatitis B, and he bled all over the ring.
Bob Orton is hepatitis B and he bled over the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dangerous.
Yeah, and they fired him right on the spot after that.
Oh, I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah,
that's just incredible.
I didn't know that. I was shocked when I heard that.
My God, he could have kissed. I don't know. He could have killed someone doing that.
Yeah.
He could have killed someone. When Orton returns to attack Mahal, Orton struck Orton's knee and hit Orton with the Colossus, he calls it, isn't it? It's the Cobra Clutch.
The Coloss.
So the pinfall win through the retained title.
It's a horrible finisher.
I like it.
I just think it's terrible.
It's a tribute. Cobra Clutch is a tribute to maybe the Iron Sheik, but it's a slam version. It makes sense.
No, I don't get it. I don't like it.
It's WWE booking that Mahal won. I had to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought the match in general was poor.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I
think it's a Randy match because
yeah,
we've said it before. Randy's just boring.
He's safe. I won't call him boring. Yeah, he's safe.
That's exactly the thing. I remember Seth Rollins speaking on Jericho's podcast. He said that he's so safe, and to try that at WrestleMania 31 when he did the RKO from the from the curb stomp, he had to convince him for weeks to do that because Randy didn't want to do it, and he only decided on the day saying, "F this, let's try it."
And it's only the best RKO he's ever done.
Exactly.
So
I thought it was just terrible. And it wasn't a terrible match, but it was so slow paced. I really don't know what's going to happen next. Do we really want to see a third one?
Considering what could be the match for it could be very interesting.
I heard about that, and no, I don't want it.
Really?
No. A Punjabi prison match?
Yes.
No. The only one that they had before was terrible. Why do you want another one?
For the sake of it.
No.
I don't look back, I look forward. It surely can only get better. But anyway, the main event: AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Baron Corbin for the Money in the Bank contract. Corbin attacked Nakamura during his entrance on the stage using a ladder and a camera to hurt Nakamura to huge boos from the crowd. It looked like Nakamura wouldn't be able to be in the match as he was helped backstage. Very good spots.
Great start. Yeah, that was so smart to do.
Yeah, absolutely. The best spots included Sami throwing Owens over the top rope onto an open ladder, Ziggler zigzagging Corbin from the ladder, Sami sunset flipping Dolph from over the top of a ladder. That was, my God. Sami giving Owens the half Nelson suplex on the apron. There was one or two of these spots involving Owens I think he was fine for.
Kevin Owens it's the craziest man in the world. Thrown around him and ladders. Just when he sees them, he just goes into spot mode.
That's it. AJ giving the phenomenal forearm from Sami halfway up the ladder. Corbin chokeslamming AJ on a ladder between the stairs and the announce table. That was pretty nasty as well. And AJ giving the Death Valley driver to Owens on the same ladder, and AJ hanging on to the chain and falling off it.
That was pretty.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah,
really, really good.
My God, Shinsuke.
I thought he was actually gonna. I thought that's how he was gonna grab it. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just thought no, there's no way he's gonna get that. But again, I think one of those spots that we mentioned, Owens was fined for because it was so dangerous.
Really?
I'm not sure which one it was though.
Why would you get fined for that? He was fine.
Yeah, but no one WWE just they seek their safety too much, maybe.
Yeah.
Shinsuke returns to the match before Corbin was about to climb the ladder to win the match. Nakamura Kinshasa everybody before standing off the ladder across AJ, which is actually a nice moment. Ladder out of the way, come on, it does too. They both put the ladder aside before fighting it out, and when AJ and Nakamura fought out on top of the ladder, Corbin pushed them both off and climbed the ladder to grab the suitcase to win the contract in an excellent Money in the Bank ladder match, in my opinion. So
yeah, I think probably the best one
ever.
Yeah.
Wow, good
call. I think it's the best one I've seen.
Definitely. To think we both called Corbin to win this match. I think he was by far the justified guy to win this. I think
so.
And it ended perfectly with the way AJ and Nakamura.
I think it was perfect for their development talent.
Yeah.
Developing talent.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn I thought was man of the match. I thought he was fantastic during it.
They all played a stormer.
Baron Corbin obviously wins it to help elevate him. And I think
and of course
the way that Raw got 5 legitimate contenders for the Universal title from their Extreme Rules match.
Yeah.
I think you've got 5 really good competitors for the WWE title now as well. Out of this match, I think all 5 of them, you put them in a WWE title match, you're not going to think twice.
I think Nakamura is getting a title shot or two now on the house shows now, so I guess it shows you straight away like what they could be doing with that anyway.